All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Heather Glenn, and I'm here with Kelly Scott. And we have some guests on, and we are excited to share a little bit more with you about an opportunity for you as a fitness, nutrition, and wellness professional to partner with our company and our team and be able to expand your offerings, help your clients get better results, be able to diversify yourself in the industry, and be part of an organization that's going to help you grow as a health and fitness professional and also as a business owner. So a little background quickly. I actually was a business major and I moved into fitness later on in life. Kelly was a sociology major and she worked in business for a while, and then she moved into fitness. So it's kind of interesting how we all ended up here together. But just to give you a little background on, who we are. So we have both worked in the fitness industry. I'm going on about 20 years, and I think Kelly's pretty close to that. So we've got a lot of experience, everything from teaching classes to working one-on-one with clients to running our own boot camp businesses, to transitioning our business online virtually through our company, and even expanding our brand into other types of coaching, getting additional nutrition education, things like that. So we've got a breadth of experience, and we've been through a lot of crazy things as entrepreneurs, and we want to be able to share that with you guys through this business partnership and be able to help you grow and expand. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because we put together some slides for you guys. All right, so Kelly, can you just, once I get this into presentation, I just want to make sure that you can see everything on the screen and that there's nothing blocking it. All right, so you can see everything? Mm-hmm. Awesome, cool. Okay, so again, welcome, and we're excited to share with you a little bit more about our company, Team Beachbody, and how we've partnered with them as health and fitness professionals, and also tell you a little bit about our team, the Fit Republic, which is a unique blend of people of all ages from across the country, people who are fitness professionals, people who are fitness enthusiasts. We've got people of all professions, but we especially love working with people who are in fitness because that is our background, and we know that it can be hard being in fitness to have breathing room in your schedule and not to drive yourself into the ground and be able to have the energy to do what you love. And we know it can also be challenging to make ends meet. So it's really important as a fitness professional to diversify what you do and not have everything tied into the live hours that you're working, whether it's teaching classes or working with clients. So before we get started, let me get this next slide going. Want to go over what we are going to cover today so that you know what to expect. So the first thing we're going to talk about is who is Team Beachbody and how do we as health and fitness professionals partner with them and work together to help our clients get better results. Okay, my space bar doesn't want to work. Oops. Go back one. Okay, so 6 simple ways that health and fitness professionals are integrating Team Beachbody into their service offerings and their individual businesses or their studios. We're also going to cover, what are some of the top trainer preferred products and programs and how trainers are using those. And then we're also going to talk about the benefits that you can expect in partnering with Team Beachbody, and also what you will get by being part of our team, which is called the Fit Republic. And then we'll go into how the compensation works and how you can get started with us. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, let me back this up really quick. Before we go into the next piece, what Kelly and I wanted to do was just share a little bit about our own story, but also help you kind of get through maybe some uncertainties or some hesitations you might have as a fitness professional, and whether you would want to partner with another company and why would you do that. We know that sometimes in talking to other health and fitness professionals, they do have either some reservations or concerns, and maybe you don't have any of those. I know when I heard about it, I had very few. I was very excited about the opportunity, but I know not everyone comes into it the same way. So we want to just talk a little bit about that. So Kelly, I'm going to go ahead and share my story, and then I'm going to or actually, no, I'll have you go.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind just unsharing your screen real quick.
Sure.
Perfect, thank you. Awesome, thanks for the intro, Heather. That was great. So what I want to do is Heather and I are going to share a little bit about our story, but at the same time, we want to maybe debunk some myths. If maybe you've heard about Beachbody, you've thought about doing something online with a network marketing company, maybe cover some objections, because Heather and I kind of came at it from a different angle. So we had different hesitations, objections, or different thoughts going in to partnering with Beachbody, because I know a lot of times fear can get in the way of making maybe what's a smart move when you don't really know exactly what the opportunity is all about. And a lot of times we have preconceived notions. You know, there might be things that you've heard and maybe aren't necessarily true. So as Heather said, I started in the business world, right? Because you go to school, that's what you think you need to do. Like I always loved fitness. I taught group exercise on the side through college. I coached competitive cheerleading. And then I went right into an office job for 10 years. And that just wasn't my passion. And so I decided to get into fitness. And I thought that was going to solve all my problems, that was going to solve my stress. And I was going to love what I did. And granted, I did love it, but I was very stressed out and very overworked. Leaving from, going to college, going to a full-time corporate career, and then going into fitness was a big pay cut. And I know with, health or fitness professionals, when you're working, then going from a salary to working hourly and trying to, get clients, you're not have clients, you're not making money. So a lot of times people just, start off just insane hours. And that's exactly what I did. I was very overworked. I did get my certification with NASM, the National Academy of Sports Medicine. I got certified in TRX, and I, just thought like, I'm gonna get all these certifications, get all this education. And I just kept adding more and more to my plate. So that kept stressing me out more. When the opportunity for the Beachbody, partnering with Beachbody came to me, Heather actually presented it to me, and we were working together at the time. I was coaching for her as a head coach and manager for an outdoor boot camp company that she owned, and then I eventually took over. And at that time, I was at the peak of my busyness in my fitness career. I don't even know, when I repeat this, it's like, how the heck did I get through my days? I was probably working 60-hour work days. I saw 20 to 25 clients a week. On top of that, I taught 13 boot camp classes, and then I think another 8 to 10 group fitness classes. So I was burning the candle on both ends. I didn't have time to do anything else. I already had so much on my plate. So immediately I just was in that mode, that mindset. When something new was presented to me, I just said no. Nope, didn't even want to hear anything about it. So Heather, brought it up to me. I did hesitate. Eventually, obviously said yes, but the first thing was just the stress. I was like, oh my God, how can I add anything else to my plate? I'm already so busy. There's no way, but then I started thinking, well, I don't really even know what this opportunity is all about. How can I really turn it down unless I just slow down for a second and take time to learn about it? So, I was just really stuck in this rut because I would say yes to every client that I could pick up because I was trying to make ends meet. If I didn't get paid, if I didn't work hourly, I wasn't getting paid. So, I was running myself ragged. But the other thing that I was thinking about when this opportunity was presented to me is that I had a lot of my clients asking me about supplements, about nutrition, protein shakes, about nutrition. If you're a personal trainer and you don't have a nutrition certification, legally, you're not covered to write out a nutrition plan for your clients. So I was stuck there. I couldn't really help them. So once I learned more about Beachbody, which we'll get into that later, of all the different programs and products that I could share with my clients, the light bulb went off. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much more that I can help them with, and I could add more value, because most of my clients I only saw once a week, unless, they're boot camp clients where I saw them like 5 days a week, but still I wasn't having control over what they were eating. So they weren't getting the best results that they could. And it was frustrating to not only me, but to them, because I wanted to help them more. But, I was just kind of pigeonholed into just doing fitness and live fitness. And then my clients would move away. I couldn't help them anymore. If they couldn't make my class, I couldn't help them anymore. So the other preconceived notion, or I guess like myth that I thought was online fitness, because Beachbody is also huge in the online fitness world. I was like, that is going to completely conflict with my business. Why would someone want to train with me and then they sign up to be a customer of mine, they're going to leave? That was not true at all. If anything, it enhanced what I could offer them, because like I said, I was only seeing people 1 to 2 times a week. What else were they doing when they weren't with me? So now I can help them with the online aspect. So, I knew, just to wrap up here, I knew that I needed to make a change, because the biggest thing for me as a health and fitness professional is I wasn't taking care of myself. My health was taking a huge toll. I had adrenal fatigue because I was working so much. I had no balance in my life. I was just on the go all the time. And I started getting things like bacteria infections, walking pneumonia, and like I said, adrenal fatigue, all these things were happening. And I'm like, how can I be an example to my clients if I can't even take care of myself? Because so often as fitness and wellness professionals, we're always focusing on helping other people, and a lot of times that takes away from then taking care of ourselves. So Heather, I will go ahead and turn it over to you so you can share your experience, because I know it's not exactly like mine. We came from 2 different angles when it came to this business.
Yeah. Thanks, Kelly. It was fun to sort of revisit your story. I start remembering back to those days where you were crazy and running ragged. So my story is similar but different in ways. So as Kelly said, when I learned about Team Beachbody, I was running my boot camp business. It's probably in the height of it, and it was just a couple of years after the 2008 housing crash had hit and everybody was saving their pennies. So my business went from booming right before the housing crash to everyone mass exiting because they didn't want to spend their money on anything that wasn't a necessity. People were losing their jobs. And so we lost a lot of members and my business was struggling. And as such, my family's finances were struggling. And I had 2 little kids at home. So I'd just become a new mom. So I'm teaching all hours of the day, sometimes not sleeping at night, and then having to get up and go teach classes at 5:30 in the morning. And then if my kids got sick, then I was stressing about who's covering my classes. So there's a lot of kind of stress and life change going on and trying to figure out how to balance it all. And then on top of it, having some financial stress in my family and feeling this sense of, I have to do something to change the circumstances, but running a business that, had 20 to 30 employees. And I mean, it was more than a full-time job. I didn't have any more hours in my day to give, but I knew I needed to figure out a way to either bring more money into my existing business or do something outside of that in order to earn that extra income. And I knew I couldn't teach classes. So I was already thinking in my head, okay, is there a way I can do something with nutrition with my boot campers that would require them to maybe pay an additional service for that? And I know I would like to help them more with their nutrition because I know that's a big piece of where they get stuck. And I started becoming more interested in nutrition. And then I was also thinking, is there a way I can write workouts or do something that I can coach them remotely and then maybe only meet them once a week? And so I was already thinking about this. And then a colleague reached out to me, and I didn't actually know her that well. She kind of found me online. And she said, hey, this is what some trainers are doing in this partnership with Beachbody. Do you want to learn more about it? They're helping their clients with nutrition and they're working with people remotely. And I was like, wow, okay, this is a coincidence. I think I need to listen to this because I was already thinking about doing this, but now I have something landing in my lap that Like I could plug this right in and not have to create all the resources. I could just start doing it today. So for me, I didn't have a lot of hesitations because it was what I was already thinking about doing. And coming from a business background, I had a firm belief in diversifying a business and having multiple ways of earning income. So I liked the idea of having another outlet, but something that was going to complement what I was doing. And I didn't have to show up anywhere else live because I didn't have any more time to give. It was something I could do at home. So the couple of things that I did want to make sure, though, was that I believed in the products and that they were good quality products. So at the time, there was only a couple of nutrition products at the time. It was mostly the fitness programs, but their big new product was their superfood shake. And I took a look at it, and I had started learning more about nutrition and wasn't really big into shakes and nutrition bars and things at the time because most of them had a lot of fillers and artificial junk in them. So I was like, I got to make sure this really is what it says it is, which is, a clean product with lots of healthy superfoods in it. And so I looked at the label, I did some research, I actually sent it to a couple of my friends who were holistic nutritionists, had them look at it, and they said, oh, this product looks really great. So with that, I was like, okay, the next step is I need to try it, and I want some of my clients to try it and give me feedback. And, based on that, if I feel good about it, I want to keep going with this. So I enlisted a handful of boot campers and some of my coaches, including Kelly, who was getting ready for her wedding. I remember that. And we committed to 21 days of drinking our superfood shake and cutting out some of the big offenders, like trying not to eat as much sugar, trying not to drink as many drinks, trying to drink more water. It was kind of basic guidelines, but we all kind of committed to that. And I was impressed with how easy it was to do, and just in terms of administering it, and how excited people were to do something like this and have this little challenge that they could get together and everyone's committed to eating clean and taking in their superfoods. And what I didn't expect was people who'd been working out with me for years to go from plateauing to losing 3 to 5, some of them 8 pounds in 3 weeks, because they started eating better, because their body was getting fueled properly by the superfoods. So they weren't craving foods, they weren't having energy drops. I had women tell me they weren't drinking their Diet Cokes in the afternoon, they weren't drinking their coffee, which is huge. So we don't want people drinking that stuff in the afternoon. People saying they were skipping on the candy bowls and their kids' Easter baskets. I know Kelly had some people down the road who were not experiencing migraines. There were a lot of these really cool sort of side benefits that I wasn't even expecting. And that's when I was sold on it. And the rest is kind of history, but that's essentially my story coming into this, and touching on just a couple of reservations that maybe someone would have. All right, so I'm going to go back to sharing my screen, and we'll move on with our topics here. All right. So Kelly, why don't you go ahead and you're going to share a little bit about who is Team Beachbody.
Yeah. So in case you guys don't know who Team Beachbody is, we want to give you a little bit of history and insight on this company. So they're based out of Southern California in Santa Monica. And back in 1998, Carl Deichler and John Condon founded Beachbody. And you may remember, if you're old enough to remember, some of the infomercials for P90X with Tony Horton and Insanity with Shaun T. Those were like the very first in-home, because at the time there wasn't streaming, it was DVDs, in-home fitness programs. And they blew up. People were getting amazing results. The 21-day fix is also a popular one. That's only a few years old. But there's a ton of fitness programs. So at the time, that's how they started, is they started with in-home fitness programs, getting people these amazing results. And they, started to be this international leader in online fitness. It eventually went online because of the streaming, which we'll get into later, but it went from DVDs to then now streaming. So you could get it from, any device and you can do it anywhere. When you had the DVDs, you were limited to like you had to have a TV or your laptop, but now you can stream it anywhere. Then they started to move into some of the simple nutrition, which was where Shakeology really started taking place. They developed the superfood shake, which is a whole food supplement. And they also started implementing simple nutrition. So even with all the programs, there was always a nutrition aspect to it. So all these fitness programs came with, a nutrition guide. So it wasn't just, let's do this workout at home. It was also, okay, now I've got to eat better. So P90X being one of their very first ones, there was a whole book that came with recipes and nutrition. And what's really cool about this company that, like, as I started to learn more about it, is their mission. And especially as I started going to live events and hearing Carl, the president, and this co-founder of Beachbody talk, it's the passion in this in their mission is to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. Also to end the trend of obesity. So I'm like, why wouldn't I want to be a part of this company? It's never like, okay, guys, you've got to sell, you've got to sell, you've got to sell. They never talk about that. It's like, we've got to help people. We got to help change more lives, which is pretty freaking cool. Go ahead, Heather, you can go to the next slide. So after P90X and Insanity and these, great fitness programs, we're getting a bunch of people, these amazing results. They realized that the number one way that, people were getting referred to Beachbody was by others that were transformed by the products. And so that's how the coaching network was born. And that was over 10 years ago. And they said, we've got to, why not now compensate people for referring their clients, their family, their friends to the programs and products. So that's essentially how it was born, as a referral base. The compensation plan is a network marketing model, which is a very unique and powerful way to compensate health coaches. And we're paid as independent contractors. So you do still own your own business, which is great because if you're in the fitness industry or nutrition and you own your own business, you can actually, write all this stuff off, your business expenses. And I have mine through my LLC. So then it makes it a lot easier with my taxes. And we get paid every single week, which is nice as well. Team Beachbody operates in the United States, Canada, in the UK. We don't have anyone on our team yet in the UK, but we're looking to expand there. Right now, our team is United States and Canada, but I know we've been talking to people in the UK. And every single year, I think they said at the last summit, which is our yearly conference, I think they said their goal is to try to do, 2 countries a year, I think they said. And so right now we're focusing on opening up in France, and that's going to be in spring. So that's pretty cool because then we could even help people, remotely from any of those 4 countries. So why partner with Beachbody? What's the benefit? So especially with health and fit pros, they started to see the opportunity to partner with Team Beachbody because, as Heather mentioned, you can expand, we can expand our offerings. We can create additional income without having to add hours to your schedule. That was the biggest thing for me, is I hit this glass ceiling of how much I could make. I was a very successful trainer at my gym. I was the top trainer. I had a line out the door. I had to start turning away clients because I'm like, I just don't have any more time in my day and my week. And then also the gym, I hit the max of what they'd pay me. So now I'm like, well, how am I gonna make more money? Like I have to magically clone myself or something. Like, how is this even possible? So Beachbody opens up that door of you actually being able to make more money without having to do more work. It's not a ton of work. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end with how it's changed, my business. So as a partner, with Beachbody, we open up a business and we basically have an affiliate account with them is the way it works. We get our own website. So that's included when you sign up. You get what's called the Coach Online Office. So that's basically where you run your business. You can track orders, you get training. There's all this amazing content back there and on all of the programs and products. So you can learn everything that you need to know in the online office. And we also, it's actually going to be improving, but we have a fitness app where we coach our clients. And I know Heather's going to show that in a little bit, but it's been a game changer because now we can do online challenges in an app, because not everyone likes to do it on Facebook. Not everyone has Facebook. And that's how we used to do our challenges. We're like in Facebook groups. Now we actually have an app that is included that Beachbody has created. And they're continuing to expand and improve on these apps. We also integrate their programs and products into our plan for our clients, classes, participants, and studio members. So depending upon how you run your business and what you're looking to focus on, you can figure out how you want to integrate this. We have a lot of fitness professionals and wellness professionals that are on our team. So it's been pretty cool to see how they have integrated this with their clients. Everyone does it differently. That's what's so great. This is your business. You can choose how you want to integrate it. But as you learn more about the programs and products, as Heather said, like we used to run challenges in boot camp. And, okay, guys, we're going to run like a Shakeology challenge. And so everyone would buy Shakeology, and we would run, you're going to come to class, drink your shake every day. And then, right there, we were making extra money from selling the Shakeology to our clients, and they were getting even better results. So it was a win-win. Okay, so Heather is going to take it away, and she's going to talk about some of our top 6 simple ways to integrate Beachbody into your offerings and earn.
All right. So number 1, obviously nutrition. We've talked a lot about that. If you are not a nutrition professional, but you're a fitness professional, a health coach, maybe you're a chiropractor, maybe you're a physical therapist, your expertise is more on the physical side versus the nutrition side. But nutrition is a huge component of someone's health and getting them results and recovering from training and injuries. So, our clients look to us for nutrition guidance, but it's not necessarily in our scope of work. So how do we help them? Well, that's what's fantastic about partnering with Beachbody is they have not only nutrition products, but they actually have meal plans and nutrition programs that teach people how to eat healthy. And they're designed by nutritionists who are the experts, and you're simply helping to guide them through these programs that are created through the experts. So already touching on this, we offer simple nutrition solutions to our existing clients or new clients who maybe we're not already working with. And they can be local or not local because we can do this virtually. So providing meal plans or recipes or video tutorials, trackers, portion containers, and macronutrient balancing tools. There's all types of things. We even have a mindset-based nutrition program to help people overcome any emotional eating blocks they might be dealing with. So lots and lots of tools to help support our clients. And then of course we offer quality supplements. We've talked a little bit about the superfood shake, which is designed to be taken daily so that clients are getting in a dense dose of nutrition. And it can serve as a snack or a meal, or you can simply just have the shake by itself and use it as a tasty, yummy way of getting in a bunch of vitamins and adaptogens and prebiotics. And Kelly's going to go into that in a minute of what's in it. We have an entire sports performance line, everything from something that they would take before their workout, during, and a couple of products that are post-workout to help them recover. We have some cleanses, which I'm a big believer that everyone should cleanse at least once a year because there's so many toxins in the environment these days, and our digestive systems don't work that well anymore that we really need to give our bodies a break. We have healthy on-the-go snacks. There's tons of other great things. So that's just kind of highlighting a few. So obviously nutrition is a big piece of what we can help people with, and we can work with clients in person or remotely. We also have online workouts. So Beachbody On Demand is their online fitness library. There's thousands of workouts to choose from. There's probably 40 or 50 workout programs, meaning the program has tons of workouts within the program that you simply follow along with the calendar. Monday, week 1, you do this workout. Tuesday, week 2, you do this workout. And so we can, with that, either give our clients, this is not going for, oh, there we go. It's going too fast now. So we can offer our existing clients either off-day workouts, so when they're not training with us or coming to our classes, or if they're traveling, they don't have to lose progress because they have nothing to do while they're away. They can actually plug into this even from their phone or their iPad or their computer. And Kelly and I have squeezed in many workouts in tiny hotel rooms when we've traveled for events. So, and people do them on the beaches. I mean, you can do these workouts anywhere. So it's a great way to supplement what you're already doing with your clients. And then of course, in addition to helping your existing clients, then you can also work with clients remotely from anywhere across the US, Canada, UK, France, any of the locations that Beachbody exists. You can hand select individual workouts for them, or you can put them on a full fitness program and help them stay accountable to that program from start to end. So that means that if you have a sister in Georgia, you can help her. If you have a cousin in Vancouver, you can help her. So it really expands your market reach. You don't have to only work with people who are right in your neighborhood. The third way you can do it is offer a virtual studio and online coaching groups. So I know that Kelly runs an online fitness and wellness studio. So she offers year-round in Beachbody's fitness app a way for her clients to connect on a daily basis. And as she finds new clients, she filters them into her online fitness studio. And this is where she's able to coach them. And each person is set up on whatever nutrition or fitness program that Kelly feels is appropriate for them and that they choose that they want to dive into. Other coaches will run group challenges. So right now I'm running a group challenge with a couple of coaches on my team. It was a 3-week challenge. Many of us were doing a particular program that's a bar fitness style program, but there was a handful of people doing different fitness programs. So that's something that, trainers like to do, is these short challenges. And then, obviously group virtual coaching. So then the fourth way is simply building monthly recurring revenues. So what does that mean? Basically, that is, as you have clients who are using the online fitness library, when their memberships renew, whether it's quarterly, 6 months, or annual, those are the options. When they renew, you continue to earn the commissions off of that. You continue to work with them and help them go, if they finish one program, moving on to the next program and supporting them in that. So it's kind of nice to have, once you've built up a client base, you're going to have those renewals coming through. The other thing is, obviously, as clients like certain products, they're going to continue to use those as part of their nutrition and fitness plan. So when those recur, or when they choose to buy different products, you'll earn from that. And the beauty of this is, getting back to what Kelly and I were saying were our pains of working in fitness, is that when you only earn for showing up, then it's hard when you can't show up. So for example, today my son is sick. If I had clients or classes, I would have had to stress about covering those and canceling those, and then I would have earned nothing. But because part of my business is online, then I'm able to still continue to earn, and some of that is coming through reoccurring orders from my clients who I work with. Okay, so number 5 is fitness equipment and active wear. So Beachbody has a ton of fitness equipment. A lot of it was designed for their programs, but they have pretty much anything, probably except for dumbbells, I think, that you could want for your clients to be able to do their workouts at home. And a lot of times clients like to have that stuff at home. So they can buy it through your account and you can earn the commission. They also have a fun activewear line. So like this picture at the top of the Sweat Burn Smile, they have a lot of the cute quote tops, which I love to wear when working out because it inspires me. So your clients can, order cute activewear and you'll earn a commission off of that as well. All right, so I already covered these points. And by the way, the clothing is comfy. I have a pair of pants and I live in them. Okay, so then the 6th way is a mentoring bonus. So Beachbody actually pays us as coaches when we mentor others who also want to partner with Beachbody. So it's a really cool thing to be able to come in and start helping your clients, and then be able to bring in your friends. So one of the great things for us as fitness professionals is we're already connected to other people who are helping people in health and wellness. So we can tell them about what we're doing and help them do the same. And then Beachbody pays us a mentoring bonus for helping people get started and seeing success in their own Beachbody business. And then what's fun about that is you're starting to create your own team. But what I love about this is you get all of the fun parts about having a team. Why I loved running my bootcamp business was bringing in my trainers and training them on how to teach a good class and how to correct form and how to be a good coach and how to coach people. And like, I love that piece of it. But the piece I didn't like that was stressful is being responsible for their paycheck, right? So if business was hard, then, you know, I was still paying their paycheck. What's great about this is that they have their own business and they can earn at whatever rate they want to earn and work as much or as little as they want to learn. And I get to do all the fun part, which is the mentoring and the training, but then they have their own business and they can do it the way they want to do it. So that's one thing that I think is so fun about this business is you get to have your own business, but you get to help others too. And you create this whole team where we work together and we support each other and learn from each other. And I don't know if I put this in here, but that is definitely a way to ramp up your income and create a more steady income stream if you are building a team. You don't have to build a team, but it's a great benefit. All right, so then Kelly's going to go into the products.
Yeah, so there's a lot that Beachbody offers. So we just wanted to pick a handful of the top preferred products that health and fitness and wellness professionals use, but know that it's not just limited to this. There's a ton. So Shakeology, of course, is like the bread and butter of our business, really. It is we don't like to call it a protein shake. It's really a nutrition dense superfood shake. As Heather said, it does replace a meal depending upon, like I usually have mine for my afternoon snack. If you're going to have it for like tonight, I'm actually going to have it for dinner. So I'm going to load that puppy up. So it's very versatile with whenever you want to have it. But what makes this shake unique compared to every other shake on the market is it contains a unique blend of 5 wellness formulas to help you live healthier. So we'll touch on, I would love to, at the very end when we talk about how Beachbody's really changed our lives and our clients' lives, I want to touch on some of that, but I'm going to just go through this so get you a high level overview of what's in the shake. So there's the 5 wellness formulas. One is the super protein blend. This helps build lean muscle, improve hair and skin, support mental clarity, and it reduces cravings drastically. As Heather said, I was getting ready for my wedding. This is the first thing that I tried with Shakeology. And within 2 weeks, I wasn't craving sugar. And I have the biggest sweet tooth. And that's what this thing works. Like I was so skeptical when it came to other shakes because I tried so many other things. I was like plugging my nose to get it down. Like this was delicious. And I couldn't believe that I wasn't craving sugar. It was amazing. The second ingredient or wellness formula is the superfruit antioxidant blend. So this is popular for anti-aging, cellular, I can never say that word, cellular regeneration, and heart health. The third is Super Greens phytonutrient blend. So that supports health and vitality. So one of the big things in this with the phytonutrients is it helps regulate hormones. The adaptogen blend helps the body adapt to the response of stress. So the stress that we get on our body, the adaptogen blends are awesome for. And then the fifth is prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzymes. All the good things that are good to support regularity and a healthy digestive system.
Whoops. Did I go too fast?
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I was going to say, I can go on and on and on about Shakeology. It's very easy to do, but that's why I wanted to give you a high level of what it is. It is amazing. The 2 nutrition programs that we have are both amazing. I know that Heather and I have both gotten certified as, what are we called? We're called Master Nutrition Coaches. With these programs, and it does not cost the same price as to get certified. Like when NASM cost me $600. This was very inexpensive. I think it was like $99 to get certified. And you learn a lot. So the Ultimate Portion Fix is one of the nutrition programs. And what this covers mainly is simple portion control programs. So you might have seen like these little color-coded containers that they're basically color-coded measuring cups. And they help clients with not only taking the guessing work out of what to eat, but then how many of each food group they should be eating. So proteins, healthy carbohydrates, healthy fats, fruits, veggies, all the different food groups are covered. I've heard a lot of people, like to count macro and micronutrients. That is, in my opinion, not sustainable. I know a lot of clients have come to me and said, like, I did this for like 6 months. I got great results. And then I gained all the weight back. It's like, who can count that? I mean, I understand if you're training for something specific, right? You have to have a really specific diet. But for most people, they don't need to count that. And it's included in the Ultimate Portion Fix. So they calculate it for you. There's also family nutrition and kid lunch recipes. So this also teaches your family how to eat healthy. And then you get like 75, if you have kids, you get 75 healthy kid lunch recipes. So then you can also help your kids eat healthier as well. And the food is amazing. There's a ton of recipes that go with it. You're eating for performance. So when you're calculating how many containers you should be eating, so how much portions of food you should be eating, it takes the clients through a specific formula. So depending upon if they live a sedentary lifestyle, if they're kind of active, if they're moderately active, or if they're very active, someone like maybe training for a marathon, it's going to, go for everyone's goal and performance in life. And then again, this program is really good with, I don't know if I said this already, but with sugar addiction. So there's a whole section. I think I've watched that video probably 3 times. On beating sugar addiction, because it's very eye-opening. It teaches you a lot of different things about, what's in our food. So that's huge. It's teaching people how to eat. So I'll show you guys this when I show you Beachbody On Demand. But in case you're wondering, like, how does this work? These are video-based programs that they have access to online. So it's a whole program they go through. It's not a college course. It's like 30 videos. They're all around like 5 to maybe 15 minutes long. And they go through them and they get all the paperwork and stuff to make a journal. It's a really comprehensive and simple program to go through. Now, their other program is called 2B Mindset. And 2B Mindset is a little different from the Ultimate Portion Fix. It's focused on a positive approach to weight loss. It's flexible. There's no counting calories, no weighing food, no cutting out food groups. So I've actually had clients, the Ultimate Portion Fix, the container system has been around for a while. They created the Ultimate Portion Fix a little bit later. So I had clients that were using the containers and it stressed them out. They were just like, I can't, like for me, I'm like total A-type personality. I want to know exactly how many containers I want to measure that out. Like I've been following it for 5 years. I love it. But not everyone does. And so I've moved some of my clients over to 2B Mindset and they love it. It's very flexible. There's no stress about like the containers, this and this. They use what's called the plate it method. So you eat foods that you love. And in the program, it's like, okay, for breakfast, this is how much protein you should have on your plate. This is how much vegetables, carbohydrates. So it's like a quarter of this on your plate, a quarter of that, and half. So it's just looking at your plate and you're eating, you're focusing on eating volume, but balancing it out that way. So it's more of like eyeballing, but they're still learning how to eat very healthy. And she walks you through, the nutritionist here walks you through like how to grocery shop. I think actually both programs do, but they're teaching you about better quality food. So, they're not stressing about counting calories. And the biggest thing that this program covers is emotional eating. So they talk about, how to change your relationship with food. So these are 2 amazing nutrition programs. So Heather touched on the performance line. So these are our 4 top supplements in the performance line. So everything that Beachbody has created is very clean. And that's why we stand behind it. As she mentioned, there's shakes out there, in the market that you just don't know what's in them. That was my biggest hesitation when it came to using supplements, is I would just look at the back of the tub and like the ingredient list was this long. I'm like, what is this stuff? Like, and now Beachbody, because everything they stand behind holistic nutrition, whole foods, it's a clean product and it's amazing. So Energize, which is probably one of my favorite things on this planet, is a pre-workout. So it enhances exercise performance by sharpening focus and increasing endurance. It's vegan. There's none of that like jitters like this, when you're drinking it. Like I could do a 20, 30-minute workout and drink Energize and be completely fine. And there's also no fillers. Hydrate is during workouts. This is replacing Gatorade, all those sports drinks that are jam-packed in sugar. So this boosts hydration during exercise. It's very low in sugar, no artificial sweeteners or flavoring or dyes, and it helps you stay hydrated and avoid dehydration. Recover is after your workout. So this helps combat exercise-induced muscle soreness and jumpstart recovery. It also speeds up muscle recovery, supports muscle growth, and restores strength. So originally it just came out in whey protein. Well, Beachbody just launched plant-based, which is awesome. So there's whey and plant-based for this one. And I had to go for a short period of time because I had some stomach issues that I was dealing with, and I had to just cut out supplements, and I was in pain. I didn't realize how well Recovered worked because I'd been drinking it for like 2-3 years. And I just had to cut it out for a few weeks, and I've never been so sore in my life. Like I was like, this stuff works. Thank goodness I'm drinking it again because I've been able to actually move. And the last one that I want to touch on is called Recharge. So this is overnight recovery. This is formulated with key ingredients to help support muscle recovery and combat exercise soreness like Recover, but it helps when you're sleeping at night. So it's actually known to help you sleep better as well when I've taken it. All right, the top preferred cleanse and shakes. So Beach Bars, actually it's kind of funny, I have one right here. I'm like looking to eat it after we do our talk. It's one of my favorite snacks. It's a super healthy bar. It only has about 4 grams, it says it's not on here. It's like 5, it depends on what flavor. It's about 5 to 6 grams of sugar. 9 to 10 grams of protein. There's a whey and a plant-based one. So there's peanut butter chocolate, cherry chocolate almond, and then chocolate almond crunch. So the one in the back, the chocolate almond crunch, that's the vegan one. That's the one that I just showed you. And the other 2 have whey protein in them. And they're only about 150 calories and they're gluten-free. So they're a very healthy snack. And again, this is something that I have completely stand behind and I've recommended to my clients because it was like, oh, I'm in a meeting, I don't have time to eat, I can't make my shake, like what should I have? Instead of, going for like a handful of candy or a bag of chips, I've been getting them, to use these Beach Bars. And then we have a 3-day, it's called the 3-day refresh. So it's a very gentle cleanse. It's only 3 days. And this is a great product to use to fast track weight loss by detoxifying and cleansing your system while breaking the cycle of bad eating. I typically do the 3-day refresh about every quarter. We did like a fun team challenge with the coaches on our team right after Thanksgiving because it's a very popular time to do it. And it just, helps you de-bloat, you have energy, you just feel absolutely amazing. And then the last thing I want to touch on is Beachbody On Demand. So you can stream 800, I think it's 800, close to 1,000. It's always growing. Like Beachbody adds 2 to 3 new programs a year to their catalog. And there's the nutrition in here, a fitness tracking app that you can get on your phone. So instead of having my clients go to use the Lose It app or whatever, I can have them use the same app where they can get the workouts. They can track if they're following the Ultimate Portion Fix, they can track their containers. They can journal what they're eating if they're doing 2B Mindset. They can track their weight, how much water they're drinking, if they've used any of the supplements, it's all in there and it's built in to Beachbody On Demand. There's also a cooking show and there's hundreds of recipes. So Heather, if you want to unshare really quick, I'll go ahead and just give you guys a quick peek. Where's my mouse here? Here it is. A quick peek of what Beachbody On Demand looks like. Give me 1 second here. Make it full screen. Okay, so this is the online version. You can also get Beachbody On Demand, the app on your phone, and you can stream it from certain devices like Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire. I actually have a TV in my garage with the Amazon Fire Stick, so I stream it in my garage. But I started using it just for my laptop. Before I got the streaming, I would just take my laptop outside and that's how it would work out. So there are a ton of different workouts, and they're for all fitness levels. So like right now I'm doing 6 weeks of the work, which is a very advanced program. That's why I can't walk. I'm so sore. But let me just show you, for example, like Lift 4. So when you open it up, and this is what's great, is if you have a client that's working out with you, as you get to learn the programs, you can recommend. Like you can see this is intermediate to advanced. This is the goal. This is one of the programs I recommend a lot to my clients when they're not with me, because it's HIIT training, high interval intensity training. So you go to the workout list and it's all here. So there's information on the program. There's a sample workout. If you open up week 1, it tells you this one's only 4 days a week. So if they're seeing you, 1 day a week, or they're going to a class, they don't have to do a program 6 days a week, because some of them are 6 days a week. So, or they can just hybrid it, right? If they're like, oh, I need to do some lifting. Okay, I'm just going to do back and biceps. You open up the details. It tells you what you need. Most of them just require just a mat and some weights. There's even some programs in here that require no equipment. So if your clients are traveling, they can do a program that is just body weight, or maybe it's just cardio. All the programs have program material. So there's a calendar that you can print up. So it's like you check them off as you go if they're following the entire program. And they all actually have a meal plan specific to each program. So, but if they are following the nutrition program, that integrates with every single workout program. But there's a nutrition, it's more of a nutrition guide than an actual program. It's not going to teach them how to grocery shop and relationship with food and that type of stuff, but it's going to tell them how to eat. So if they don't get the nutrition program, they're still going to get some nutrition support. So the other great thing about this is there is something for everyone. There is a 21-day fix is one of our most popular programs here. All the workouts only 30 minutes. But I just want to show you, like there's a Core to Force, which is MMA, mixed martial arts. There's good old P90X was the originals. We have yoga. So a lot of times, our clients are so tight, they're not stretching enough. I always recommend. I actually had a client the other day, because I still do personal training, who bought Beachbody On Demand just to get the yoga studio because she needed to stretch more. And there's a ton of different things. There's even Tai Chi in here. There's dance programs. So there's a lot. In the nutrition side of things, there's a cooking show called the Fix8 Cooking Show. So that is right down here. So this has a whole, I won't open it up because I want to keep it short, but there's a whole like list of recipes that people can download to their computer, and they're actually portion fix friendly. So if they're following the ultimate portion fix, they can print up recipes and it tells them how many containers the program counts for. And they can even watch them make the recipes. So like watch it for 5 minutes and they can see how it's made. There's a Shakeology channel, so they can get a ton of recipes on here. And then these are the nutrition programs. So I'll just open up the ultimate portion fix so you guys can see. It looks similar to the workouts, but here's the video-based program. And the getting started, there's a video in here, and then they just go through them. They learn all about it. And then one of my favorite parts about this program, and even the other one, is it teaches them, it's under additional resources, how to grocery shop, how to clean out your pantry, if you're a vegan. And then there's also videos on here for like everyday situations. So what happens if you're, pregnant, or if you, in case of an emergency, like, things happen and how do I still eat healthy? There's also videos on here about like what to do when you're eating out, how to eat out and be healthy. You can see my dog back there. He always does that when I'm on videos. So that's just an overview of Beachbody On Demand. There's a ton of things in here that you have access to, but that's pretty much what the actual program looks like. So Heather, I think I have one more slide to go over before I bounce it back to you.
And then we can, getting close to wrapping up here. Okay, so
real quick, so this is just how we as mentors customize and integrate Beachbody into our business. There's some ideas that you can be thinking of. Whether you've been in fitness for a while or you're new, like these are things that you can help your clients with. So we as mentors help fitness and health and fitness professionals incorporate the programs and products into their business. So we help you kind of figure it out, because it can be overwhelming at first. There's so many options, right? So we figure out like, what is it that you want? And let's start there. I started with I was so overwhelmed. Like I told you, Heather's like, let's just start with Shakeology. So I started just sharing Shakeology with my clients, and then it grew from there. You can customize any of this to your client's needs. And then there's a huge opportunity to add more value to your services. When I started having my clients drink Shakeology, it was crazy the results that they were getting. I had clients that suffered from migraines, that had joint pain, that couldn't lose the stubborn 5 or 10 pounds, and suddenly they were getting these amazing results. So Heather, I will pass it over to you.
All right, I jumped ahead a little bit. This navigation's a little squirrely over here, but so just to quickly talk about the benefits of partnering with Beachbody. You've obviously heard tons of benefits already, but you'll earn a 25% commission on all products and programs. And then you earn a 40% commission on any of the online memberships like Beachbody On Demand. They actually now have monthly memberships to the 2 different nutrition programs where you get exclusive access to those 2 nutritionists, and they do trainings every month. So that's kind of a cool new addition that they just launched this year. You earn bonuses for mentoring others. So we've already talked about that, and also building a team. Then we haven't talked about this yet, but you have the opportunity to earn exclusive trips to exotic destinations such as Mayan Riviera, Dominican Republic. So there's a picture of a group of us. I think that was in Punta Cana, right, Kelly? All the beaches over there look the same and they're all beautiful. But so if you're helping a certain number of people every month, you can earn cash towards an all-inclusive vacation. So, and they really do these trips up nicely. It's a all-inclusive resort. The coaches who earn the trip get to go, and it's a bunch of Beachbody coaches running around, and they have the trainers come and do workouts. They have some training there that you can attend for your business, but it's a ton of fun, and they usually do celebratory events at the beginning and the end. So you'll have access to a full online business training library. They have tons of training in your coach office to teach you all kinds of things about running your business. You will have access to the weekly national coach training that's on Monday mornings, as well as a Facebook community where they do live trainings throughout the week. There's no lack of training from the company in terms of how to grow a business. And what's cool about that is the stuff that you learn in this business is applicable to any business, really. You're learning how to do social media, you're learning customer service, you're learning how to talk to people about joining you, you're learning how to connect them with the right program based on their needs. So there's a lot of stuff that you're going to learn that you can apply to anything that you do in your career. We also have an annual coach summit. We have quarterly trainings. These are also places that we learn from, whether it's someone from corporate or the other top coaches, how to market and brand your business. And then we, of course, learn more about fitness and nutrition from these programs and the master trainers who create them. So I've learned a ton from the experts in the company, which has been helpful in terms of coaching my clients. And then you can, of course, become a nutrition master trainer in one or both of Beachbody's nutrition formats. So a way to say, oh, I'm a Portion Fix master trainer, or I'm a 2B Mindset master trainer, meaning you have a little bit more in-depth knowledge on these 2 philosophies and can really coach people at a bigger level. All right, so Kelly, should I play Christine's video?
Maybe you should just summarize it.
Yeah, I'm going to summarize it because just in the interest of time, I want to respect you guys' time. I don't want to go over an hour here. But I did have Christine. She made this video from her car in the dark. She is one of the coaches that I have mentored in this business. I met her at an Idea Fitness conference. We happened to sit next to each other. She just ordered Shakeology because she had heard about it and wanted to work on her own health. And I was holding a flyer for my team that had Shakeology on it. And she's like, oh, are you doing that? So we started chatting. I told her how I was, a coach in partnership with Beachbody and what I was doing in my business. And she said, oh my gosh, that sounds so interesting. I want to learn more. She joined the team. She's been on the team for probably, it was 2014. So what is that? Almost 6 years now. Yikes. crazy. And we've become really good friends, and I am so thankful for our friendship. So this is a picture of us. We were actually at a leadership retreat together, and we went out for a fancy social hour. But Christine used to be a wellness coordinator. She actually created the wellness department at a local hospital where she's at in Colorado, and like built it, I think, from the ground up. It was her baby. But as her kids, she has 3 kids, started getting older and their lives got really busy, which is where I'm at right now with my kids. She just couldn't be a good mom and run that and have that position, but she loved it, and it was really hard for her to give it up. But when she saw the opportunity to be able to create her own wellness business but virtually, she was like, oh, I want to try this. I can still do what I love. I can coach people in wellness, but I can do it from my car. So literally she's in her car in this video videoing this for me, and in the video was her telling us about how coaching has really impacted her life. She was in Mexico last week for a family trip and was able to run her business from Mexico. So it's really, really and she loves to travel. It's a huge thing for her. So
Heather, what we could do too is we can upload that video in the event page.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. So if you want to visit the event page, we can put that up there and you can watch it. So then these are just some pictures of Christine and kind of her highlights in her business. So she's earned some of the trips to the beaches. She's got to meet some of in the bottom corner over here, she got to meet some of the expert trainers from Beachbody. She runs her own retreat in Colorado for her team, and I got to go to one a couple years ago, which was really fun. And then when she does travel, she likes to give back to the local community. So you can see her up here bringing some goodies. And I think this one was in Punta Cana. Mm-hmm. And then here's Christine and I. We had earned an award of Success Club Legend. And so she's really just taken this by the reins and gone with it. And it's been something that she's been very passionate about. So that's why I always tell people in fitness, be open to it, because you never know what you're going to find from this and what's going to come out of it. And we'll get into how to join, and you will see it's pretty low risk and pretty high reward. All right. Again, control issues here. I don't know why it doesn't want to go forward. Let me see if I can do it this way. All right. So how to get started. You want to go ahead and take it away, Kelly?
Sure. So, you're probably thinking like, how the heck do I get started? That was the first thing that I thought. And I thought right away, I'm like, how am I going to start a business for thousands of dollars? Well, it's very inexpensive. You basically get started as, or we recommend you get started as a customer would. And that's getting what's called a challenge pack. And it's basically a pack with the online fitness. You can check it out yourself, a bag of superfoods, and that's the base pack. We have some sales this month for $150, so it's really inexpensive. Or you can get a pack that includes the performance line, Shakeology, some beach bars. Like, we can customize that towards, what you want to try and what you want to look into. But if you think about the cost of opening up a business, most franchises cost 6 figures to open. Most small businesses can easily cost 5 figures to get started. You're looking at 3 figures, $100, $150, $300 to get your business started. Then the only ongoing cost, or I shouldn't say the only, but the business cost. So, because if you're continuing to use the products, then you'll pay for those every month at a discounted rate. But the ongoing business fee would start the month after you sign up. And in the US, it's $15.95. So I wanted to include what it costs in Canada and the UK in case we have coaches, potential coaches watching this there. But that's your ongoing business fee, which that could easily be absorbed when you pick up like one client. That business fee is gone. There's no overhead costs. There's, you don't have to stock items and like have like bags and boxes of like products. You just send people a link and they just order it. Beachbody takes care of the shipping and the customer service aspect of it. You just help get people, your clients and other people, aligned with the programs and products. And you can start earning literally the next day. You sign up, you can start earning within 24 hours. And what your efforts within Beachbody are based upon, I should say what you make are based upon your efforts. So you can earn anywhere from $100 a week, $100 a month, to $10,000 per month, to a few $1,000s a week. It's really up to you. I like to summarize the earning disclaimer down here is you hustle what you want to earn. If if you hustle and you are, working the business, you're going to make more money. Like I started at just sharing Shakeology with my clients, but because of that, I already started making a few $100s a week just from sharing Shakeology with my clients. And I wasn't even tapping in to the fitness and the nutrition part of it the first few months of my business, but then I did once I started to learn more. And that's it. Oh, and the other thing too, you can stay here, Heather. The other thing I wanted to just touch on too is there is, like, coaches and customers, is a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you decide it's not for you for whatever reason, you can get your money back. There's also no obligation. So if you decide you want to do it and you try it for 3 to 6 months and you're like, this isn't working for me, you can cancel. There's no like cancellation fee or anything like that. So, but Heather and I are, are very driven to help you be successful if you join our team. So we'll make sure that, you have success if that's what you choose to do with this opportunity. But the sky's the limit. So we wanted to just share a little bit about how Beachbody has impacted our lives. And I'll just keep going, Heather, and then I'll turn it over to you.
Okay.
But we shared some pictures on here. In the middle is our team, and with holding up books. Heather and I actually got to go to Philadelphia a few months ago and go to a leadership retreat. And we're part of a bigger team called Team Rockstar Fit. And Trina in the middle, holding up the book next to the gal in the white shirt, who's the author of the book, she put this retreat together for our team. And all we had to do is pay for our flights to get there. We have the opportunity when you hit certain ranks in the company to have trips like this, which it was incredible to be a part of, around. And I'd say like maybe, I don't know, 30% of people in this group are fitness professionals, fitness and wellness professionals. We have a lot on the group to learn from. So for me, the biggest impact, I've been a coach now since 2011. And for me, some of the biggest impacts I wrote down and bullet pointed were cut back my floor hours and classes. So the amount that I was spending with my clients, just within, I think it was maybe 1 to 2 years as I started working the business more, I was able to cut 10 hours a week off my schedule. And that was huge. Like I actually got to sleep and like do some stuff for myself. It was amazing. I wasn't like working till 9 and waking up at 4 every day. I definitely got sanity and control over my schedule. I added more value to my clients. So I had clients getting off of pain meds. I had like, the other medication that always stands out in my mind was one of my clients suffered from migraines, as Heather mentioned earlier, and he got off his migraine medicine within the first month of drinking Shakeology. So a lot of, symptoms that people deal with, Shakeology can help them solve. I was able to take care of me. I was able to manage my stress, have time to work out, and actually just, give back to myself and take care of myself and feel better about my own health, which in return, I was able to be a better trainer and a better coach to my clients. It's given me more freedom to do something that I've always wanted to do, which is start my own brand, my own online brand. So because of the mentors that I've met within the network of coaches on different teams, I've actually found a business mentor. He's been helping me start my own personal brand. He's also a Beachbody coach. I would have never met this guy. He's actually sitting in the chair over here on the right. That's my dog's looking at him. That's Vito. And like, I would have never met him and his wife if it wasn't for this opportunity. My husband and I have also been able to travel. As Heather mentioned, we've gone on trips. And these 2 pictures on the right, I posted because it made me think like these couples are like 2 of our closest friends now. One lives in Southern California. The other one lives in Oregon. And we would have never met them if it wasn't for this opportunity. So I'm able to take my husband on free trips, and he's been able to make friends within the network too. So it's been just incredible with all the memories and the experiences that we've been able to do together. And, just changing more people's lives has been incredible. And being able to network with other successful fitness professionals, getting ideas, because I do still do personal training and group exercise, definitely a fraction of what I used to do. But now I can get ideas of how to help my clients more often. And, as I mentioned, pursuing my personal brand and doing more things with my family, this opportunity has not only impacted my clients, my lifestyle, and my husband. So it's just been a huge game changer for me.
My heart's like beating fast listening to your story. It's so exciting to hear. And, many stories like this of, and especially people who've worked in fitness, who've been able to come into this and really, change their life in a positive way. So just to wrap this up and to share a couple of highlights of how this has impacted my life, coming into something sort of out of desperation, I guess. The big benefits that have come out of it were not anything I had expected. So again, just touching on the picture of us all holding up the yellow books, that leadership retreat, when I was running my boot camp business, I often felt like I was running my business alone. And I know that's a huge thing for people who work in health and fitness, unless you're working at a big studio where maybe you have a manager and you're working there more, 20 to 40 hours a week. Sometimes if you're in multiple places or you're running your own own training business, or you're running a studio or a boot camp, you don't have a mentor or a mastermind group or other people to kind of lean on to help you run your business. So I often felt alone. When I joined Team Beachbody, I found this crew of other people, whether they were fitness professionals or not fitness professionals, but women, a lot of women. There's a couple of men like Vito that, I was able to connect with and get support in my coaching business, but also even in just my business, my bootcamp business and my career as a health and fitness professional. And to be able to learn from these people and to get support and understanding has just meant a lot. So I never feel alone in business anymore because I have this community of other coaches here and just the connection we have to each other. The picture at the top, of course, what this means to me, being able to continue to mentor women in fitness. I love helping women build their fitness careers and to feel empowered in that. And this picture of us at Summit, and this is only a small handful of the people on our team, but it just makes me smile to see like the diversity of the women, and they're all happy and they're doing what they love, which is helping people. And so Beachbody has given me the opportunity to do that, even beyond, when I ran my bootcamp business. At the bottom is just a picture from a trip I got to take my family on. It was really cool that I earned it and I paid for their trip, because oftentimes when we travel, it's my husband who's footing the bill. So it's kind of nice to be able to treat them, and they still talk about going on these trips. So it's really special to me. And I think the last picture here, I just remember this day in my kitchen. It was one of the first days that I wasn't getting up and going to boot camp at 5:30 in the morning. And what used to happen was I'd get up before my family got up, and I would head out the door and I would be teaching my morning classes, and then I'd run my business all day, and then I'd pick the kids up at like 5 or 6 if I didn't teach a night class. And I would go, sometimes it felt like almost 24 hours without seeing my kids. And that was really hard. And so when I grew my business online to the point where I was ready to move on from my live bootcamp business, I was able to, hand off my business and continue coaching people online through Beachbody. And that enabled me to now be home in the mornings with my kids, which is us right here in the kitchen with them in their cute little school uniforms ready to go off to school. And I was able to be there and make breakfast for them and laugh in the morning with them and get them off to school and drive them there. And that just, it sounds like a little thing, but when you're a parent, it's a huge deal. So for me, it's just the flexibility of being able to be with my family is huge. And like I mentioned earlier, my little guy got sick last night. He's actually upstairs right now. So when we get done, I'm going to go and hang out with him and make sure he's doing okay. But again, if I had a job outside the home, or I had a day full of classes or clients, it would have been very stressful to have to cancel all of that, and then the loss of the income. And so I just feel very thankful to have been able to transition to a business like this that, has enabled me to be with my family more. So for me, those are the big pieces. I know this has been probably a lot of information for you guys to soak in. And I hope that something here today spoke to you. And you may still be feeling a little nervous or have some hesitations, but trust me that I've never heard anyone say they didn't get something from being part of this. And you can take this opportunity to whatever level suits you, and it doesn't prevent you from doing anything else in your life that you want to do. If nothing else, it actually enables you to do more in your life. So I really encourage you guys to consider it. As Kelly said, if it's not for you, there's no obligation. There's no obligation to keep going. There's no cancellation. There's nothing. If it's not for you, then it's not for you, and that's totally cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, just to wrap it up, make sure that whoever invited you to watch this video, if you're watching this as a recording, reconnect with that person, ask them any questions that you have, and get those questions answered. And we hope that you will join us on the Fit Republic, and that we'll get to mentor you soon as you launch your own coaching business. And then I'm going to stop the recording, and we'll do some Q&A here with our live group.